I didn't think I'm gonna like this lens as much as I do. This is a new Viltrox 90mm f2.2 EVO APS-C lens, available for Sony E, Nikon Z and Fuji X, which I'm testing here. After using it for a while, I keep coming back to it because it gives way more character than the price suggests. So what is it? This is a new lens in the EVO series. The EVO series from Viltrox features lenses which are smaller than usual, and this is no exception. This is APS-C lens, and this is 90mm, which is on APS-C sensor camera. It's equivalent to roughly 135mm on a full frame. So I'll show you something. This is a standard 135mm for the full frame. This offers the same focal length in this size, which is just insane. I have never seen a lens at this focal length, this size. Viltrox have released this lens together with 75mm f1.8 APS-C lens as well, so you choose one which suits your shooting style more. This is a 90mm, which I'm testing here, and all the images shot in this video have been shot with 90mm. Obviously, I'm talking about this and the Fuji XS20 camera. So why would anyone want a 90mm APS-C lens? Firstly, obviously, is the focal length. 135mm is perfectly suitable for street photography, for example, for great looking close-ups, but also most commonly known as a portrait lens. I do love shooting with 135mm, especially street photography, but they are usually very big. So not very easy to carry with you, but also not very easy to hide when you're doing the photography on the street. This is pretty special. The first thing I've noticed about it is how sharp it is. This lens is above average for sure. Instantly you get a really good looking results, great color and contrast. There's just something special. This lens can produce pro quality looking images without any problem. The thing that surprised me the most is the autofocus. It works very reliably and very consistently well. Not really surprised from Viltrox or any modern lens these days, but for the lens this price at this spec, I didn't expect to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be this good. My favorite thing about this lens is the bokeh, the subject to background separation. Instantly you think f2.2, this is not as wide aperture as some 135mm lenses, and it's also APS-C crop sensor lens. So combining the f2.2 with a smaller sensor, you should, theoretically speaking, give you less background blur, but this is not the case. This looks incredibly well. When you get closer to your subject and the background is further away, you get an absolutely beautiful creamy bokeh here. Literally nothing to complain about. I guess it's even better because with 135mm f1.8 lens, the shallow depth of field is sometimes too shallow. This is just about right. It's easier to get sharp results and you get superb subject to background separation. The bokeh has got nice character, it's not too busy, it's nice and creamy, and I had no issues shooting with it wide open all the time, or pretty much all the time. Minimum focusing distance is about 74 centimeters, which is about standard for this kind of lens. You can really get nice and close to your subject to capture great looking close-ups. And closer you get to your subject, more of that separation you get as well, which adds to character this lens creates. What's really surprising is the optical quality here. It's definitely above average. There's almost no chromatic aberration. I didn't notice any. The flaring is really under control. There's a ever so slightly small amount of mirroring wide open, but nothing to complain about at all. For the price this costs, which I'll talk about in a second, the optical performance, the image quality performance of this lens is way above average. I'd love to tell you that this lens is absolutely perfect for filming with, and it probably is. But not on this camera I'm filming with. It's okay. On Fuji XS20, autofocusing is not the best. It works okay, and for what I have been testing it for, it works pretty much. I am pretty sure, comparing to other EVO lenses, this works absolutely flawlessly on Sony or Nikon cameras, which are more autofocus capable than the Fuji camera I'm testing with. There's a small amount of focus breathing visible, not the huge problem really, something you expect from photography lens anyway, even one costing 5 times more than this. Part of the package get used to it or use different lens if that really is a problem for you. Overall speaking, great looking video shot with this lens. As you can tell, this is a small lens and it weighs only 320 grams. Another very nice feature, I guess. The weight is a feature. Very nice and smooth focus ring. There's a manual aperture ring, and on this Fuji version of the lens, the Fuji X mount, there is no buttons. But Nikon and Sony versions, they do have a click-de-click aperture switch. They have a function button which can be programmed by the camera, and also auto manual focus switch. On the Fuji version, nothing. Filter thread is 58mm. There is a USB-C socket for connecting it to computer for installing future firmware updates, and there is also a rubber gasket around the mount to stop moisture or dust getting inside the camera via the camera mount. It's very well built. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It's not a cheap lens, it's a budget-friendly lens, but quality-wise, the build quality-wise, I'd say it compares easily to Sony lenses without any problem. So let's talk about the price and the value for money. This lens retails for $369 or £359 here in UK. This is a pretty good price for 90mm or 135mm focal range f2.2 at this size. This lens offers outstanding quality in my opinion, and the price doesn't really reflect that. I know we all wanted something cheaper and which works well, and as I say, until now, lenses like these were not possible. There was no lenses which were affordable and high quality. Viltrox are changing this pretty much with every lens they release. Optical quality is on par with the best out there. If you compare it to 135 lenses or even 90mm for Fuji or Sony, this is very, very well priced. Conclusion, this lens is something special. The subject to background separation is very nice. The bokeh smoothness is superb. There's no issues with the sharpness edge to edge. There's no usual optical problems you get with cheaper lenses, and it does cost under $400. And let's not forget the size and the weight as well. All these things add to making this lens a very desirable purchase. Not even thinking about how cheap it is for what it is. Just the way this lens renders the images, the way it captures the images and how much character they have, I would recommend this any day to anyone who needs or wants that focal length. The focal length, great for capturing street photography without being in your face, also great close-ups, and for mostly portrait. This is a portrait beast. I do recommend this lens highly. Probably the best lens Viltrox have done in this series for sure. Certainly one of my favorites right now, and I do highly recommend it. I did say that already. So thank you for watching. This is it from me. If you like this video, give me a thumb up. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.